Hi. When I was a young girl, I was very much against using drugs, and I remember one night laying downstairs in my basement at my parents' house, and I was in bed getting ready to go to sleep, and my brother called me in his room. Terry, Terry, come in here quickly. And so I went into his room, and he said, "Can you smell that?" And I said, "Smell what?" And he said, "Well, smell it. It's marijuana." Like, no, there's no marijuana. He said, "Yes, you can smell it." And so eventually, not long, I could smell it and realized that it was my mom and dad that were upstairs smoking pot. And this was back probably in the beginning, late 70s. And I was devastated. I cried, and my little heart was broken. My 14-year-old righteous heart, it was just so broken. And my mom and dad, they both apologized and said they felt awful. It was a very hard time. But I went to school the next day, and I started telling my friends, and my friends were saying, "Wow, Terry, that's really cool. That's really cool." For the first time, guess who was cool and had never been cool before, and that felt good, and I liked that feeling. And so it wasn't long after that somebody asked me if I wanted to go smoke pot with them, and I said yes, and started smoking pot, started ditching school, started just kind of going down the wrong path. And so then when I decided that, this is not what I want to do, this is not where I want to be, I want to get my life together. And I went and talked to my counselor and said, "Hey, what do I need to do to get my grades back up and to get back into school and really get things going so I can go to college?" And he told me, "No, you know what? I don't think you should go to college. I think you should go be a secretary somewhere." And in many ways, it was a self-fulfilling prophecy because, didn't know if I really believed I could go to college or should go to college, but it gave me enough validation to say, no, that's not what I'm going to do. And so then I went even further down the path of drugs and alcohol, and it took me a while to get back out of that path. But I think the whole point of my story is that as women, we've all had things happen that crush our dreams, and we've all had men tell us what we can or cannot do. I remember my mom was doing very well at an oil company that she worked for, and she was starting to travel, and she was really starting to live a good life. And my dad said, "No, you're not going to do that. You're going to stay home and take care of the family." And she did, and she sacrificed a lot for us. And as women, we're always told what we can and cannot do. And so that really is my purpose at this point, is to tell little girls that they can do whatever they want. I watched Hillary and Chelsea Clinton on The View today, and it was a beautiful story of empowering women and how we really need to do that, especially for the little girls. So that's my hope. I hope that my granddaughters are never told that they can't do anything. And I hope that by the time that they're grown, that they can be a president, and we don't have to continue to talk about glass ceilings anymore.